Hi Aries, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. So I'm going to pull you one additional guidance card before I shuffle the rest of the deck. So one card for Aries, please. You got come to the edge, okay? Moving out your comfort zone, basically. The comfort zone is actually sometimes quite a good place to be. We need times in our life when we're connected to our comfort zone. Growth tends to take place when we move out of our comfort zone and we come to the edge. Because the come to edge is your additional guidance card, some Aries might be being asked to move out of their comfort zone. Sorry, that is such a ridiculous and basically. Let me find out more before I make any more predictions on this energy. It looks like growth is on the cards for you, Aries, remember? So I want to shuffle one more time and split one more time. Okay. So clear-cut messages for Aries, please. Knight of Pentacles behind you. Well, Knight of Pentacles is definitely not about coming to the edge. This is about very slow and gradual change. Might be a young earth sign person, or I'll just carry on. The gift is the Magician, all the aces, becoming empowered and in all areas of your life. Quite a male-focused energy. So when I talk about male-focused energy, I'm talking about directed, focused intention and action. The challenge is temperance. Keeping balance. Your relationships are governed by the Empress. Very beautiful. Two of Pentacles underneath the Magician. So a lot of juggling of options. Maybe juggling about... If these were my two cards, it'd be like, what do I give my time to? Where am I best focusing my resources? Time is an incredible resource. My heart, my mental focus, my wands, okay, very much, very focused energy. And because the Two of Pentacles is underneath it, Two of Pentacles is a classic juggling card. It can be about juggling work and relationships, self-employment with work. It can be a card about investing. Very powerful investing card, because if you look at the image, the ace goes over the rainbow. It lands on this piece of land. So the seed in time grows into something more self-sustaining. So very often a card of self-employment. But because the Two of Pentacles is under the Magician, this is huge focusing energy. And the focus of these energies would be very much about, I've got so much time, I've got so much resources, because no matter who we are in the world, we're always working with how to focus our energies. Behind you is a Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is a moving energy, very slow moving energy. So maybe some of you have been moving towards a certain goal. It's probably been very slow moving. This can be an earth sign person, but I tend to talk about very progressive, but very slow, cautious moving energy. The Magician with the Two of Pentacles is definitely upping the ante. And upping the ante really in, oh my gosh, with what I have, how do I make the most of what I have? That is the Grail question. The Grail question is not about give me more, but how do I use what I have in a way that is more empowering mentally, emotionally, spiritually and financially. Some of you might be letting go of something. The Two of Pentacles tends to be having more than one option. Can I just carry on? So Temperance is a challenge. Can be Sagittarius. If not, it's about emotional balance. And if emotional balance is a challenge, it's because the Magician with the Two of Pentacles is incredibly powerful and very, very focused energy. So maybe because of that, there's a sense of losing a little bit of balance. So sometimes getting a little bit knocked off. Tell me why Temperance is the challenge, please. Because Temperance is a funny old card about balancing the mind and the heart. So coming into alignment, very much an alchemy card about really healthy balance. But it is the challenge. So tell me why it's a challenge, please. So the Six of Wands. I think some of you might be really, really trying to focus on a big decision that needs to be made here. And I think the decision is a lot going to be about, for some of you, it's going to be about things like home, family, housing. The Empress is Mother Nature. She's also about prosperity. She's about love. She's about family. And I think some of you are being asked to carry out this incredible balancing act and even having to make some decisions. So the challenge is basically keeping your head above water. Sometimes keeping your head above water, Aries, when everyone else is losing theirs, is the highest art form we can ever reach, by the way. Just like, especially if there's choices and big decisions to be made. And what you've been asked to do, because the Six of Wands is a card that comes after strife. It comes after the Five of Wands. So this victory with the Temperance card as a challenge is about overcoming the head and heart decision of the fives and regaining, keeping your head above water and keeping this incredible emotional calm. I think that is the world's challenge. Most of us are just so incredibly reactive to events. I am not getting anything very difficult here, Aries, actually. The difficulty that I'm more getting is around the energy of focus and maybe having to juggle too many things. Maybe having to juggle decision making. And when we feel we've got too much to handle is sometimes when we get knocked off balance, when we can go a little bit overwhelmed, so we get a little bit stressed, so we go back into the Five of Wands rather than being this card of velour and victory and keeping balance. We get a little bit more knocked off. So what's the Empress doing in your relationships? So she's about, she can be about children. She can be about the earthy, practical part of love. Now, it's with the Emperor, so this is the married couple. So there's a lot of your relationship themes is about coming together. Maybe that's what some Aries are trying to juggle. Love with self-expression. That's always going to be Aries' challenge, because Aries needs to balance out Libra. So Libra is all about other people and Aries is all about the self-expression. So juggling these opposites is always going to be your evolutionary journey. And I wonder if that's what's going on here with that Magician, because the Magician he's sort of, I don't like the word self-orientated, but you know, he sort of is. The Empress is very much other orientated. Especially when the Empress, some of you might be really facing this challenge between your own self-expression and being in relationship. I wouldn't worry. The outcome is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is about soulmate energy. It's reconciliation. It's about hitting the sweet spot. Coming back to the heart. There's children playing in this card. And really, the meaning of the children in this card is about trying to stay in the energy of the heart and that basic state of joy. Anything else after the Six of Cups? The Ace of Swords, so clarity coming through. So what is this great juggling act here? Give me one card to clarify it. This great juggling act that you're up to. One card. Yeah, look, you got the Libra card. So this is classically about your own life direction, your own desire nature. Remember, none of it's bad. We came here to experience our own desires, but we also came here to relate. And it's the great juggling act that Aries is here to perform. And that's exactly what's going on here. I think there's more clarity going to be coming through. The trick to this reading, I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. It's about keeping your head above water. So, Temperance is the middle path. It's the Buddha path. Which means it's about balancing out the opposites. Male, female, Aries, Libra. Not living totally in Libra, living your life for other people, but also somehow not living your life only for your own self-expression, but being in this middle path when your heart's open to the people that you love, but you're also following your own energy, especially about how I want to use my time. Because how we use our time, what we do in this world, is so important. And that seems to be what the big balancing act is here. How do I use my time? The Grail question, how do I best serve? How do I use my time? And how do I meet the needs of others? There's really nothing to worry about here, Aries, in any way, apart from keeping yourself above water and not, sometimes we drown in it, which is okay, that's part of the lesson. But when you keep to the middle path, basically what you're doing is looking after your mind, but also embracing issues of the heart and living in this alignment between the both of them. Very interesting. The outcome is beautiful. It's definitely about getting what you want and clarity coming through, so I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, and it's clarified with the Ace of Cups. It's a guiding light taking you forward. It's about following your heart. Also, using your logic, not living in your head totally, but not living only controlled by your emotions. It's this incredible balancing act. But once you can balance out the self and other dynamic, you've sort of nailed your evolutionary energy, Aries, okay? Okay, I'll speak to you later. Bye.